Hey everybody, Scott here with Ask a Lender, and today I'm going to talk about home inspections. A lot of times I'll get a question from mostly it's buyers who are asking as to whether or not we require a home inspection and if it's wise to get one. And for the most part, I tell them yes, it's good to have a home inspection. I'm not going to require it, but for them, the peace of mind of having a home inspection will go a long way in time for them. Now, a question I get from people is, well, what is a home inspection? How does that compare to what the appraisal is? Now, the appraisal is required by lenders in order to get your loan. So one way or the other, that appraisal is going to get done. Whereas a home inspection is really a report that's done for you and is not required by your lender. The appraisal is really going to be set up as a comparison of properties in your area so that the loan investor can take a look and see, is this house overpriced? Is this house a good investment? And the appraiser is going to go into the home and look at some things. They're going to look at the foundation and the roof and some of these other things, but they're not going to review it as closely as an inspector would. I'll get on to him in a little bit. The appraisal then will come back, and it's also going to compare the home with other homes in your area that have sold at similar prices or similar values. It's not necessarily saying that this is the value of a home. It's just saying that this type of home is comparable to these homes that have also sold in that price range, and this is its condition. And it's going to give a general report about the condition of the property. So that's what an appraisal is. An inspection is going to be something that you are going to hire the inspector to come in and take a look at your home on your behalf. Their job is to review the house and let you know what they think of the value of the home, not necessarily the value of the home, but rather the quality of the home. So they're going to look at the roof, they're going to look at the foundation, they're going to see if there's any dampness or mold, they're going to look at the appliances and the chimney, if there's a chimney, and any sort of heating or cooling systems. They're going to look at all these things, and they're going to tell you, okay, this air conditioner is 20 years old and is going to have to be replaced. And they're going to put that in their report. Same thing with the roof or the foundation or anything like that. Now, if anything comes up in this inspection, like dampness in the basement where there may be some mold, they're going to let you know there's mold in your house and you're going to have to do something here in order to get that fixed or remediated. Now, that may also pop up on an appraisal, but they're not going to look at it the same way. They might, but likely not. So this report is really made for you, and it gives you an idea and an insight into what the condition of your property is, what sort of expenses you may encounter in the near future. And there's going to be some big things on there that they're going to say, hey, in 5 years you're going to need to replace your roof. And there may be some small things in there, and they may say, well, there is some wear and tear on the flooring in your bathroom. Now, you can take that information and you're going to make some decisions on whether or not you want to continue with the transaction. Now, I've very rarely seen a home inspection come back that's caused the house purchase to go poorly. However, I have seen it happen. I had a couple who had an inspection done, and there was a problem with the foundation. It was leaning inward. And the seller was saying that it wasn't a big deal. They'd had someone come and take a look. It's been that way for a while. Fairly new home, too. The buyers decided to bring in their own expert who saw the house, and he said, I can't even believe this wall is still standing. You need to get this fixed now, and there's no joke about that. They went back to the seller. The seller said, well, we're not going to fix it. We don't believe that. And they had to walk away, and that was the end of that transaction. So there is an opportunity for a inspection to cause transaction to go poorly. So that leads us to the point where these inspections are being removed from the offers to purchase. A lot of times, especially now in a very aggressive seller dictated market like we have right now, sellers are picking and choosing their offers. They are of course taking cash first, and as few contingencies as they possibly can make on the property. That includes home inspections. So a lot of times what I'm seeing nowadays is that we're not seeing these home inspections being included as a contingency in the offer. Now, is that a good thing? Probably not. Eventually there's going to be something that comes up, and no house is perfect, unless you're building it from scratch and you've got brand new everything, and even then, who knows. But taking these home inspections off is leaving those expenses that may come later down the road completely up to the buyer at that point. And I can see it from the seller's point of view. I wouldn't want to have as many contingencies on things or have an opportunity to see my deal fall apart because maybe the roof needs to be replaced in 5 years and the buyers are adamant on having that roof being repaired. So when we're seeing this being removed, you can understand both sides. You can understand the seller's side. They don't necessarily want to see if they don't have to. The buyer's side, well, we need to protect ourselves. We need to have that confidence and security in knowing that our house is not going to be a money pit in 5 years. So that leads us to our realtor, our real estate agents. Now, my advice to most people is this, is that if you can have a home inspection done in your transaction, 100%, go out there and get that done. But you're also going to want to listen to the advice of your real estate agent. They are going to give you the information you need to know that when you are buying that house, you are in a position where asking for these sorts of things, home inspection or whatever, is still in your grasp. They are going to know if there are 20 offers lined up behind you. So they are also going to know how to make the most attractive offer for you to make. Don't be under the impression that this is a market where you can lowball and ask for the world, because you cannot. And that is the truth. So, home inspections. Do I think that they're important? Yes, I do. Do I think that you should have one? Yes, I do. Do I think that you should always write them into your offer? Yes and no, but I would leave that to your professional realtor to help walk you through that. So anyhow, that's my thought on it. I hope that this is helpful in some way. If you have any questions or if you have any ideas for any other topics, don't be afraid to send them my way. I'm always happy to help, and that's how I get these videos put together. Your questions give me the information, and then I help explain them. Thank you, and I guess we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching my video, and if you know anyone who might benefit by watching this video or maybe even talking to me in person, I'd be happy to do so. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button down below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.